Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome to a very exciting night here in CCA League Season 6. Here in the semifinals, in Division 1, we have the match that everyone has been waiting for. Death Roll versus VCU Big Fat Sea Cows. This is Cygnus here, and joining me is...
Hello, I'm Severino, but you can call me Sip for short. And as you can see, I have a focus box following me, and just ignore about that. But anyways, I'm happy to be here getting to commentate one of the most exciting matches ever here in CCA history. Two teams that faced off each other in the CCA circuit grand finals last semester. I am so excited, Cygnus.
Yeah, definitely. This match has been so heavily anticipated. It's a big rematch with the VCU Big Fat Sea Cows narrowly coming on top last time, and these two teams have been starting to develop quite the rivalry. Not only did they meet in last year's finals, but also they were battling it out in the same group this season in the league season 6 as well. So very exciting here. These two titans atop Div 1 battling it out once again, but only one of these two teams will be able to make it to the finals here.
Yeah, honestly, this is gonna be quite insane here. Like both these teams both have quite a long history individually, and not only that though, but they have their own identity as well. So we're gonna see what has changed since the CCA circuit grand finals. Honestly, I'm just so excited as everybody here in Chad. But I guess we might as well talk about this week's maps. What's the first game of this set here, Cygnus?
Yeah, our first match we're going to be starting with will be Tower Control on Undertow Spillway. A bit of a less regular map mode combo that we see, but definitely should be an exciting one nonetheless.
Yeah, I think with Undertow Spillway, a lot of people see it as this specific map for like Rainmaker, because with Rainmaker there's it makes both the map and the mode just go so well together. But when it comes to tower control in Undertow, there's always bound to be some interesting stuff happening, especially when battling out in the checkpoints as you go by. And
For
honestly,
sure.
I am just very curious to see what both of these teams will have ready in regards to their comps. So yeah, what do you think we might expect here?
Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I think I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on the backlines in this game, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
This map, it wouldn't surprise me to see maybe a more conventional charger coming out in place of the pencil or usual cooler option you see on the backline. Maybe the flex to NZAP to possibly provide the cooler instead. I think could be possible. I think keeping an eye on the backlines is gonna definitely something to look out for in game one right off the bat here.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I think from both of these teams, they're pretty notorious for having such absolute wonderful backliners. Like we have both of them just do such incredible wonders, just like being able to provide as much value with their picks as well as their paint coming if they're using a pencil or or the heavy edit splatling stuff like that. So um I'm very excited to see what these two teams will what these two backliners will have, and yeah. But anyways, we are getting number one started here, folks. Tower control here in Undertow Spillway, and I see quite some interesting comps here, Cygnus.
And definitely, well, right off the bat, forget what Roger said because both teams are bringing the pencil here to this game one. But I'm definitely interested in the Zinc Mini Splatling coming out from Death Roll here. This is Death Roll in the green and and the Sea Cows in a pick as right away Fox is going down to this Zeke mini Splatling being brought out by Culus as Death Roll immediately is taking checkpoint, the first checkpoint here on Undertow Spillway coming so early in the map, like pretty much right away on the tower. You're already at a checkpoint right away.
Yeah, what a fantastic start for Death Roll here. Like, they were immediately able to get, like, one pick and immediately just initiated the push going. And I do like to highlight there that Zimmy that you mentioned earlier, Cygnus. Like, I am honestly very curious to see what this Zimmy got cooking, because, like, I was a former Zimmy player, so I'm very curious to see, like, what they have going on. But anyways, they are already at checkpoint number 2. And they are already just a couple... Oh, checkpoint 3 already. Oh my god. I am not even keeping track of what's going on. And oh my god, what an incredible wipeout coming... Or knockout coming from Death Roll here, getting game number 1.
Yeah, Death Roll put their foot on the gas right away and would not let off of it until they saw that screen saying knockout. That was an incredibly impressive display of aggression coming from Death Roll, all starting with just one pick in the fight in mid. They take tower and they break through the immediate first checkpoint, and they already have Sea Cows on the retake. They have the advantage early on of being able to pick when and where they want to be taking the fights, as Death Roll is the one having to come to them, having to stop the tower, and Sea Cows having to take the tower. Sorry. That matchup is so fast, it's kind of frying my brain a little bit.
Yeah, like, I agree with you there. Like, there was just so much that happened that I got a little too distracted by talking about the Zimmy that I didn't even realize what was going on, and they were already at checkpoint number 3 when we were just about to get back into the action here. Like, Death Roll just immediately, like, like we said before, like, they got the pick, just one pick, and that initiated that grand push, like, just pushing the big fat Sea Cows all the way back to their base, and just, like, really just incredible defense from, like, from their end, just not letting any of the members from VCU just grabbing the tower, and that was just honestly an incredible start. Oh boy, like, I have a feeling that this is going to be what we're experiencing again here, folks. Just grand finals from last semester all over again.
Yeah, definitely. And if I'm Big Fat Sea Cows, that game 1 is a burn the tape game. You reset and start new here in game 2, which is Rainmaker on Manta Maria now coming in, and we'll see. Will we see any big adjustments coming from the Sea Cows, or will they stick with what works? I'm seeing, looks like a change in the mini Splatling coming. The double Splatling comp, actually, both of these sides bringing out the mini here. We're seeing double hammer from both sides here in a very close. And I gotta say, looking at Sea Cows, I love mini bringing out the ballpoint Splatling, possibly my favorite weapon in the game here.
Dude, I am absolutely losing my mind over the Wiper and the Mini coming from both teams. We're gonna be seeing, like, a lot of just a lot of hammer action going on between these two teams. Like, this is gonna be quite a treat. But anyways, it looks like Death Roll is off to a pretty good advantage here, just able to, like, get a couple of members here from the Big Fat Sea Cows here, and so far it looks like everything's going neutral. And there's the hammer coming in from Death Roll.
Yeah, definitely. They're already body flying. Death Roll with another hammer. This one courtesy of Henlo, who throws it. And yes, is able to get the second pick onto Mini. What a hammer throw over the bunker. As Death Roll is now able to take it and take the checkpoint, continuing their momentum. They built in game 1. Occulus here dodges the opposing hammer throw, holding the Rainmaker around the checkpoint and waiting for the teammates to make an opening for them. But it's the ink. It's the Inkjet with Mini coming out, putting the end to this, as Nico Chico also getting run down by Lux on the Wiper of the Sea Cows, and now it's Mini holding the Rainmaker for the Sea Cows, as VCU is looking to get their push started. They do go down 2 members to Death Roll's 1, unfortunately for them, as we see Toto having to jump out here, but they're still in control of the Rainmaker for the time being. Looks like they're looking to try targeting the sneaky, but that gets seen and shut down by Alvis and Nico Chico from Death Roll. We're already seeing the swings coming in here. There's still more than 3 minutes to go here in Game 2, and already I feel like so much has happened.
Yeah, just the back and forth as we saw right here, folks. And right now, though, it looks like Death Roll is trying to try to at least get a couple of picks here, and they are able to get the ballpoint and the wiper. And as we see here, it looks like they're trying to get a push going here, and I believe the Slosher is trying to. Oh wow! Like a lot of the members are just they're just spreading out, trying to take a lot of control, not letting any of the members from the Fat Sea Cows just getting any just going in. And sure enough, Death Roll is still keeping the push going, and it's working out in their favor and able to get the knockout.
Wow. 2-0 Death Roll to start off this set. They're coming in with 2 knockout victories. They gotta be feeling good about themselves early. Although remember, this is a best of 9, not a best of 7. So the CCAs do have plenty of time to reset, and are gonna be hoping to swing the set back into their favor heading into game three. But a very impressive start by Death Roll, able to build on their own momentum even when CCAs, it looks like we're starting to get a bit of a push going. Death Roll able to get two down, able to defend the push into sneaky, reset things, and start another push, snowballing their way into their second straight knockout.
Cygnus, I still cannot get over that 4 hammers that we saw from both of these teams. I know I shouldn't be talking about this now, but still though, oh my god, we saw so many hammers being thrown left and right coming from both of these teams, and we saw surprise hammers, hello, I'm gonna hit you with hammer and everything. This was just so funny to watch, just both of these teams just wrecking each other and throwing hammers at each other's faces. I absolutely loved it. But anyways, let's move on from that. We are heading to game number 3 here, folks. What is game number 3 here, Cygnus?
Yeah, we're looking at Splat Zones on Umami Ruins here. Here, a personal favorite map mode of mine. If we're looking at a split zones map, this one is just so engaging, so much fun, so much fun. I love how it's split, but not really, because of the slightly elevated mid. Because of the slightly elevated for the mid, it's just a really exciting map. Multiple entryways that are viable to take. I'm very excited to see what comes next. Will we see the Hammer Love Fest continue even further? It looks like these two teams are definitely paying a lot of attention to the patch notes a few weeks ago when Hammer got buffed.
Yeah, after that, all the hammer weapons are just really coming out, and it looks like we do see the double hammer coming from the Fat Sea Cows over here, and it looks like Keyless is now returning back to the Zimmy, which honestly I do not mind at all, especially since I feel like when you start a push, I feel like with the bubbler it'll definitely create a bit of a defense as you try to push up to their base.
I'm sure we're seeing both teams bringing a bubble, with the Sea Caps also having Splash Shot Jr. on their side, and it's Death Roll able to take the first capture here. You're having Sprinkler Splitters to set up in the middle. Both teams are one down. Sea Caps do have special advantage at the moment, having a hammer and a bubbler at the ready, as Death Roll is trying to establish their hold of the zone. Moving up a bit, we're already seeing 2 hammers, both being thrown. Death Roll does momentarily lose control before taking it. It's being contested, and they're able to regain it back and get their timer back going down, playing pretty much consistently. We've been at a 3-on-3 for a little while here, as we're seeing Henlo pushing very far up and causing a lot of chaos behind the big Fat Sea Cats, forcing them to turn around for these precious seconds as the timer's going down.
Yeah, honestly, that was really a good play there from the Splatana Wiper coming from Death Roll. Like, that created a bit of a diversion here to let the members to just push in. But unfortunately, that isn't going to last long, as the Big Fat Sea Cows are now able to take control of both of the zones here. And we see them trying to, like, try to push up a little bit in front of the objective here. And so far, they're kind of a bit, struggling a little bit, especially since the members of Death Roll here are just really out here just messing up with their push.
Yeah, we're just seeing zones flipping left and right here. Here, teams are just struggling to maintain control of zone. Definitely popping a couple specials at once with the triple ink strikes, and they have the tactical cooler if able to press forward a little bit more here. Though they will have to back up from the oppressive force that has been the Snipe Rider. Although they do manage to get 3 down here. Some more impressiveness by Death Roll. There's another hammer coming up from Henlo as Oculus also sets up the bubble, and the slasher is coming further in, pinning a bit forward before jumping back to their teammates back in the mid as Death Roll's trying to stand in front of the objective and force the fight to be taken in front of the zone, not wanting CCAS to get any paint anywhere near that point.
And as the timer goes down here, folks, it looks like Death Roll is this close to getting out of the penalty, but the Big Fat Sea Cows were able to stop that, and resulting in the penalty pushing back a little bit farther on Death Roll's side. And then now it looks like it is the Big Fat Sea Cows' time to shine in pushing up to Death Roll's base here. And unfortunately, though, they are going to fall back, especially with the members already of Death Roll just returning back. And I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of back and forth between these two teams. And as we see here, the Big Fat Sea Cows are this close to getting the lead.
Yeah, that was a really impressive push. Even though they weren't able to hold super far forward, they were able to buy almost enough time to close the gap, and now we're seeing it flipping once again back in favor of Death Roll. Toto going down right as they set up the bubble, but it's Fox getting 1 pick with the hammer. The 2 hammers are moving together, picking up 2 more picks as Death Roll goes 3 down. It's Nico Chico just having to run away and eventually dump out as Death Roll is back in control. Their penalty is just 20 points away. They're only 10 points back on the big score as well. This is definitely anyone's game as the Big Fat Sea Cows have managed to put themselves right back in the thick of things here.
It is indeed, and it looks like that the Big Fat Sea Cows' penalty is already up for them. And so far, they're able to get a couple of picks here and there. Yeah, really good trade there from. I honestly am not. I'm like losing my mind here, Cygnus. Just the constant just with all this chaos happening here, like it's just like insane to me. But anyways, it looks like they already got the lead here, and oh my goodness, like oh my god here, what an incredible double there coming from the Wiper from Death Roll, and it's now Death Roll's time to go and push in. But unfortunately, the Wiper does go out there by the mini there. And it looks like the Zimmy is able to create a bubbler there to maintain some defense for the members to try to push up a little bit and get some value out of it. They are going to fall back a little bit, and their penalty is already up, and it looks like it... Oh my gosh. What's happening here, Cygnus?
Oh, the timer's flipping. It's coming in. It's within 1 point. CCAS briefly managed to flip the zone. Will Death Roll be able to do it in time? No, they won't. The bubble is able to protect the zone just enough for Big Fat CCAS to take Game 3 and get themselves on the board here in the semifinals. This set is still totally up for grabs. Death Roll is very narrowly denied their 3-0 margin by 1 point as the Sea Cows are just barely able to stop the timer and keep it from being flipped with that super timely big bubbler coming from Toto Star.
Yeah,
my mind is just racing at the moment. That was just an insane ending to Game 3. I'm shaking.
Yeah, literally same here. Like, I was just like on the edge of my seat, just wondering what's gonna happen next. But Big Fat Sea Cows just really really doing a great job handling themselves under the pressure with the overtime and everything. Just they kept their cool and just like immediately just went in and like were able to get control of one of the zones, resulting in the time to take down letting them able to get game number 1 in get game number 3 in their favor. Sorry, but
It was game
anyways,
1 for the Sea Cows, at least.
yeah, for sure, for sure. But
Yeah.
anyways, honestly, Cygnus, like that was just incredible, incredible from both these teams. Like they just were at each other's throats.
Yeah, the hammers were flying. We were seeing bubblers just being smashed into pieces left and right, left and right. Both Snipe Riders doing a good job holding space, stopping the opponents from advancing too far up towards the opposing spawn. Just allowing these two teams to be able to be fighting each other pretty much constantly. I think. What was it? Less than 20 seconds total. We saw both teams at full strength of 4 players active. I mean, it was such a fight-heavy, aggressive match, and I think we're only going to be seeing more fighting here in Game 4, heading over to Museum de Alfonsino on Clamblitz.
Yes, this is definitely quite the infamous map mode that everybody love but also hate at the same time. But anyways, it looks like we see both of these teams still running the same comp from last game. And it looks like here that, ooh, we see a quick flank coming from the Wiper, I presume.
I guess so as well. Well, yeah, the Death Roll is immediately fighting it, forcing it to step back a bit. But we're seeing coolers active, clips being collected left and right. Already, the first hammer of the game is coming out here, and the immediate throw just threatening the backline. These teams want their opposing Snipe Riders gone from this match right off the bat.
Yeah, like honestly, like they're just both of these teams just really trying to get like valuable picks here. And as we see there, Fox flanking in, getting a pick on the pencil here.
Oh,
really,
the torpedo!
Oh my god, dude! Like this is just a straight up bloodbath already coming from both these teams. Like these teams are fighting for blood right now. Like this is honestly just the grand finals all over again here. Like these teams just out here giving us a show here as to why they made it to grand finals last semester.
For sure, we're seeing hammers being shot. We're seeing hammers being shot down. Rolled torpedoes picking up key kills. Here we're seeing Sea Cows a bit in defensive positioning, but they do have 2 power claims, and they just popped the tacticooler, and we're seeing Lux coming around, activating the flank. Will go down to Henlo, but Henlo goes down as well. Sea Cows momentarily with a numbers advantage, as many presses up and is pressing Nico Chico with the pencil fire. Fox getting a key pick before going down. For going down themselves. Splats are happening everywhere, but the first score is coming with a 2 power claim score by Big Fat Sea Cows, getting the score down to 60. It does not look at the moment like they will be able to get anything more though, and they will not. So 2 power claims plus 1 more regular claim will be able to flip the lead if Death Roll is able to manage a score like that, which they do have a couple power claims coming in, attacking the platform right now.
Yeah. And immediately there, Death Roll already starting a push here to the Big Fat Sea Cows' spinner here, and they're trying to keep this push going here. What an incredible pick there coming from Alvis here, and it looks like will this be able to keep them going? Unfortunately, no. There, it looks like the Death Roll is falling back just a little bit to get a little bit of a momentum going. And there's already 2 power clams already ready for them. I think they're just trying to get their specials ready in order to initiate the push.
It makes sense. Also, if you want to push big enough to be able to push the lead, you need to play patient a bit sometimes. Not just necessarily scoring whenever the opportunity presents itself, but make sure you get enough sustained offense to give yourself a solid lead heading forward. Although now we're seeing Fox on the other end, just jumping on the walls with the hammer, will get the trade with Henlo. Henlo coming in as Toto is picking up the power clam. The teams are fighting. passing it to Mini, collecting more claims of their own. The triple link strikes coming out. Toto barely surviving thanks to the super jump there before going down in the middle of the chaos happening here on the Sea Cows left side of mid. Although now the Sea Cows have to deal with Alvis getting a flank, hitting in their spinner, getting a pick. Both teams are 2 down apiece. This game has been full of fighting and very defensive in the way of scoring so far, with just the one push coming from the Sea Cows so far as we're within the final minute now.
Yeah, Death Roll definitely need to do something about this, especially with the big fat Sea Cows already like having like those double hammers and the bubbler just as good defense for them to not go in. But as I say that, they're already starting to get the push in. And it looks like here, one member of the Death Roll does go down here. I honestly am I'm like on the edge of my seat here, Cygnus. I honestly am like waiting to see yeah, like, oh my goodness, like big fat Sea Cows just doing really well with their defense, just getting all the picks on Death Roll, resulting in the push being dead.
Yeah, it's definitely looking to me. Like Sea Cows are content to let Death Roll come to them, fighting them on their own terms, on their home turf, and the overtime timer is dwindling down. Death Roll is two down, and the Sea Cows are now able to just move up, take space, and make it all the harder for Death Roll to get into their base as time runs out, and we are now tied on this set at 2 games apiece. The 2-0 lead Death Roll started this set with those couple knockouts has been completely eliminated, and we are back to square one now.
Oh man, yeah, like I think like when we first saw Death Roll like in the lead with 2 points, I think many of you may assume that Death Roll may actually be winning this set, but yeah. I'm like trying to I was trying to think of like that catchy saying that people say. I think I meant to say, haha, psych, that's not gonna happen, because the big Sea Cows are coming in clutch, just saving themselves, able to get that tie between both these teams. Like, again here, folks, this is literally just grand finals from last semester all over again here. Like, this is like honestly like just incredible, like watching both these teams just like going at each other's throats, just fighting for blood and everything. Like, I am just so excited to be here and just see what more crazy stuff do both of these teams have in store.
Yeah, definitely. And if there's one thing I've learned over the years in the CCA, it's never count out the VCU Big Fat Sea Cows when they are behind, because they will come back with a vengeance, as we have seen here in games 3 and 4 of these Division 1 semifinals. And with everything evened up at 2 games apiece, we're going back to the mode we started on with tower control in an all-time Splatoon classic, Inkblot Art Academy.
Yes, one of the most classic map modes ever in Splatoon history. Like, I feel like with this particular map mode, it just has everything for that a player needs. Just, you know, the flanks and just causing and just like all the high ground that you need to start like to use your specials and stuff like that. Like, there's so much in Inkblot Tower Control that you can do. Um, of course, there is the snowball effect, which isn't like that harmful, like in this map mode. But we'll have to see, because honestly, like with what we've been seeing in the past, like couple of in the past 4 games here, Cygnus, I think we're gonna be sensing a lot of back and forth between these 2 teams.
Yeah, definitely. I think we can expect Death Roll to play very aggressive right off the bat. They're going to want to get the tower over that ramp and into the lockout portion of the map as soon as possible, I think, here. As we're seeing, it looks like these teams are running it back again. These are the comps these teams are comfortable with right now, and I certainly don't blame either of them with what we've seen so far. And it is Death Roll taking the tower first, right at the beginning. They are indeed playing aggressive early on. The Zinni does go down now, but the triple ink strikes are able to take down Toto. The Mini is able to stop Henlo's advance, but Death Roll has advanced past checkpoint 1. They've gotten, and they are heading up the ramp now as the Oculus is heading off the flank, coming from Lux in an intense fight down below as Nico Chico is riding around on and off the tower, setting up the cooler and retreating from the incoming torpedoes as Death Roll is still able to advance it to checkpoint 2, and the timer is just counting down more and more. They already passed the checkpoint. Will they be able to snowball here? Sea Cows are positioned pretty well up top, and Alvis will go down. Death Roll is trying to keep the tower ahead of the ramp. It's currently sitting at the bottom, but they do lose it and will have to back off as Fox is just throwing the hammer as far forward as they can. The Sea Cows are taking space. Both teams are down one member each as Toto pushes the tower a little bit ahead before going up, pressuring with bombs, jumping all around, doing the junior things.
Yeah, both of these teams, like, they were just going at each other again. Like, I think we may have seen, like, so many 1v1 action already, like, between both these teams. Like, honestly, like, that's just absolutely insane. And, oh, what an incredible wipeout coming from the Big Fat Sea Cows, which is absolutely huge for them. Because of that, they are now, like, trying to get themselves to push forward a little bit and paint up for all their specials just so that they could go in initiating the push. Yeah,
and they already have nearly all their specials at the ready, as well as we're seeing the bubble getting popped here. They're moving the tower up. They're at checkpoint 1. Henlo goes down. The hammer is just running into the wall at that lamp before being thrown, forcing Death Roll to move. Henlo is forced into the middle to face down the team of Lux and Mini. They're at checkpoint 2. They are quickly approaching lead here, and they will get the lead. Will they be able to hold on for the knockout? They are all positioned aggressively on Death Roll's platform. Toto and Mini will go down though, but that's 3 down on the side of Death Roll. Fox and Lux able to pick up such the aggressive fight, and here's Fox just sitting in squid form with the Ultra Stamp, about trying to go for the sneak throw, but it gets caught by Nico Chico in an impressive snipe.
Gosh dang it there, Fox. I was about to say one of the most cheesiest jokes ever. Like, but that's okay though. That's gonna happen another time here, folks. But anyways, it looks like the Big Fat Sea Cows are still keeping this push going here, but unfortunately the push is now shut down by Death Roll, and now they are trying to reset themselves and now trying to take again mid, and they have a long way to go, especially since they have to be 21 remaining.
Yeah, they do have a long way to go, but we're still just below a minute and a half left. Plus any potential overtime. If I'm Death Roll, I'm not rushing into anything. You have time, and as long as you have time, I'd use it. I'd use it definitely.
Yeah, even with like a minute, you still have time. Obviously, you do have to think and think quickly, especially as the time ticks down, though, because yeah, honestly there. But anyways, oh my god, what an incredible surprise there from
with the hammer.
From the wiper. A surprise there. But anyways there, it looks like Death Roll are now finally picking up the momentum here, as they're now able to get the push. This is what we said earlier here, folks. Like, there's gonna be this constant back and forth between these two teams, but Death Roll still has a long way to go here, but
this looks promising.
Close, yeah, this does look promising to them.
Terrapult does block the hammer. They get down. They take the lead at checkpoint 3, and they take 2 down on the side of Sea Cows, breaking through the checkpoint, heading for the knockout, protecting the tower with the strikes. 2-1. This game, and what a game of swings. Death Roll paid patiently enough and used every second of time they had for the last seconds knockout win, and they take the 3-2 lead here in this best of 9 set.
That was incredible. Oh my god. Like, oh my goodness, like Death Roll, like they just played this so patiently, like as we said before, like they really just like picked up the momentum and like really just planned this so carefully, and also just like using quick thinking to just like able to get that lead switch. But as we said before here, folks, this is tower control in Inkblot. So obviously there is going to be that constant like lead switches like here and there, but
Yeah.
that was just honestly so incredible there. Like just Death Row, like they were like people may thought for a second, oh, this may be game over for them, but nah, they really just like they didn't give up and just went in and gave it all they had, and sure enough, they were able to get game number 5 in their favor.
Yeah, I'd also like to give a shout out to the tower pole for completely no selling the hammer throw at the end there as they were approaching the last as they were approaching lead. And that hammer hit the tower rider. That push may as well have died off then, and we could have been looking at a 3-2 score the other way.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Like I honestly, again, Cygnus, I honestly don't know what I just witnessed here because like I feel like these last couple of games, like they've just been like just like a. It just feels like they happen so fast all of a sudden. But anyways, enough about that here, folks. We are heading to game number 6 in Rainmaker on Scorch Gorge. What do we see here?
Yeah, I'm seeing more of the same from both. Oh wait, no, not quite more of the same. Same on the second Rainmaker game, just like on the first match. We're seeing Death Roll matching the Sea Cows with both teams going double hammer again here. This kit switch on the mini spotling looks to be the Rainmaker play for Death Roll here, but it's the Sea Cows coming up to the early lead. Fox with the hammer coming in and throwing the hammer all the way into the opposing spawn as Sea Cows are now taking the Rainmaker, pushing up to the checkpoint. They're coming in, but they do lose the Rainmaker right before at the 72 point marker. But Death Roll is 2 down once again, with the Sea Cows having a couple specials of their own at the ready. They're going to have to back off a bit because of these strikes, but this is looking like a promising start for the Sea Cows here in this game.
Yeah, a promising start indeed here, Cygnus. And as we see here, they are trying to keep this push alive here. But unfortunately, though, one of the members from this big fat Sea Cows does go down here. And they do have to retreat just a little bit here to just to regroup and reset themselves. And it looks like Death Roll might try to start a potential push here as we see one of them grab the Rainmaker.
Yeah, we're seeing Lux from the Sea Cows with the hammer trying to take it down. That's 1 down on Hello. He's going for Oculus. Sees he's not quite able to do it, is pivoting, and he's harassing Nico Chico on the backline, trying to get the pencil out there. Will unfortunately end up going down for it though. For those, we're seeing these teams repositioning. Hello trying to use the hammer to create an opening, but that'll get shut down by Fox. Oculus will go down to the Lux and Fox combination, and we've seen being so aggressive for the Sea Cows all set long. As Death Roll is going to try to regroup again with their cooler, but they are just under siege from more thrown hammers. Elvis going down. It's Sea Cows with the Rainmaker once again as they're attempting as they're just throwing as many projectiles as they can at them seeing if they can break through and make it to this checkpoint, which they do. No, once again falling short. Hello with the defensive stop with the wiper.
Yeah, and this is we're going back to where we started here, folks. Just big fat Sea Cows just resetting themselves and regrouping themselves. And oh, wait. I thought was there a double?
I don't even know what I saw just there. All I know is I saw 3 or 4 X's covering the squid at the top of the screen, just happening all at once. I don't even know what that was.
Yeah, like like again here, folks. Like we are just seeing so many things happening. Like I don't even know what to even say here. But anyways, it looks like one of the wiper from Death Roll here is initiating the Death Roll to push here, and they were able to break the first checkpoint here. Which is resulting in a lead switch, and it looks like they're trying to keep the push going here.
Yes, Sea Cows are throwing everything they have. Looks like they're also just looks like they're also sending a little bit of a flank Death Roll's way, as well as the Rainmaker will end up resetting, which I think does work out well for the Sea Cows, as we're seeing Henlo going down to the hammer, and it's Nico Chico trying to force the Sea Cows back, as Minnie is hopping on the grates and trying to facilitate to their team as they take the Rainmaker. They are hungry for it. They want this lead back. They're heading for the checkpoint. Coming in aggressively, moving ahead of the checkpoint. Mini will take that. Mini will manage to take that checkpoint. It is a 1 point difference here, but it is Fox stuck on their own. But no, the jump in from Lux will provide support, but they go down to Henlo's hammer and Nico Chico supporting fire as Death Roll is in control of the Rainmaker in the final minute here. My goodness.
Yeah, my goodness, indeed. Like this is what normally happens here in Scorcha Rainmaker here, folks. Like there's always bound to be like these constant back and forths because of how like laid out this map mode is. But anyways, oh my goodness, your Cygnus. Like I am just seeing players just going down one by one in both sides. Like I don't even know what's happening here.
I do like the spot Death Row was able to force the Rainmaker into. It'll be a bit of a journey for them to get back to where they need to be if they want to take lead. You almost wonder if the CCAs might want to switch their approach and take the non-conventional route, maybe just to try to get those 2 points. They need to flip it. We're in overtime here, and the Rainmaker timer is starting to run down pretty low. CCAs are not having that much time left as there's only 30 on the timer. Both teams are down a piece. Both teams are going down. The bubble's up. But no! The CCAs lose the Rainmaker, and it's Death Roll now taking the 4-2 lead as we're heading in to a potential match point here.
Oh my goodness, that bucket immediately just went in and came in clutch, just saving Death Roll in getting game number 4, resulting in a match point. Like, oh my goodness, your Cygnus. Like this is just absolutely insane. Like I know I've kind of been like saying that like over and over, like, but again, like this is just like grand finals all over again. Like, oh my goodness, like all of the both of these teams are just putting us quite a great show for everybody to see. Like I absolutely just loved what we are seeing.
Yeah, definitely. And also, as a reminder, when these two teams face each other in the regular season, it was a best of 7 in the regular season, and this was a match that went the full distance with the VCU Big Fat Sea Cows emerging victorious in a very close 4-3 set. Here, we're seeing Death Roll up 4-2 in this best of 9, 1 game away. Will the Sea Cows be able to repeat history and win in 9 games here, or will Death Roll close it out with the lead that they already have? Here, heading into game number 7, we're going to be looking at Splat Zones on Ship Shape Cargo Co. to see the thrilling outcome of what is to come.
Oh boy, Cygnus. I'm honestly kind of a little bit worried here because I think everybody in chat can all agree here that Ship Shape Zones is a bit of a lockout heavy map, especially with all of these especially since there's not a lot of routes to take. You pretty much just have to you just have to really focus mainly on painting up for specials, throw your subs in, just use all of your resource and everything. And honestly, I have a feeling that but honestly, I probably won't expect a lockout coming from both these teams because I think we've already seen this before. There's going to be the constant back and forth between both of them, and from what we saw in Umami Ruins, it's probably going to be most likely what's going to be happening here.
Yeah, almost certainly. And once again, we have seen Death Roll down. Sorry. We have seen Death Roll up by 2 games earlier in the set, and Sea Cows were able to even it up. Until the number next to Death Roll is reading a 5, I am not counting the Sea Cows out of this match. If anyone can come back, it is them.
Yeah, honestly, I am not expecting the Big Fat Sea Cows to immediately lose this next game because it's the Big Fat Sea Cows. I mean, these guys have been making so many comebacks throughout their history into other tournaments and stuff. So I honestly want this to be. I honestly want this to be a game 9. Like, I really want a game
Well,
9 here because, like,
that would be a dream come true for the Clash of the Titans.
yeah, honestly, this is just going to be like the same thing that we saw in grand finals last semester here, folks. And honestly, like, I am just so excited to see what we have going on now. But I definitely do have a feeling that we are going. I definitely have a feeling that we may be seeing both of these teams run the same comps. I got a little bit too excited there, but
Yeah.
we just wanna get started here and see what we are expecting. But
Mm,
anyways,
definitely, I think the Zinni is probably going to be coming back for Death Row. For Death Row, they've been using it on every mode except for Rainmaker so far. I don't really expect it to change at this point as we're looking in.
oh
And oh, okay. I guess I'm eating my words. Apparently, that seems to be a bit of a theme tonight. I'm sensing.
yeah,
And
and
it's
I also.
actually switched from Sea Cows too, as they're bringing out a slosher here, going away from their double hammer comp.
Yeah, it is none other than the legend themselves, Havoc here, with the pretty notorious bucket player that we have seen, in the action in competitive Splatoon. But anyways, here it looks like Death Roll is already at an advantage here, able to get the zone here, but. The Big Fat Sea Cows just releasing their specials and just able to go, resulting in them going in.
Yeah, Strike Sword is so powerful on this map. I definitely see. Doesn't see why the Seek has made that change. I mean, already both teams have had control of the zone. The score is so close. We're already seeing a lead flip here by 1 point with the Seek House, but it's a very slim penalty for Death Roll. For Death Roll, we could very well see this lead Legion back right away as Nico Chico's positioned very aggressively on the pencil, and indeed we are seeing Death Roll regaining their lead. Though they do go a member down in the process, and wow, I don't know how Alvis was able to survive there. I guess I spoke too soon a bit. They get a bit double teamed, but the stamp goes down too, and it's the Sea Cows now finding themselves back in control here as Toto will unfortunately go down to the bomb, but it's Fox following up on them. They're able to get one. Are they able to get two? Yes, they are. They are, and their penalty is through. They are pushing forward, hoping to take the lead again. Down goes Headlow. Here comes Mini, pitting up the zone even further. Oh, with the big snipe onto Alvis here. This may not be Salmon Run, but we are sure seeing some big shots coming here.
Yeah, like, again, like, as I mentioned before, though, like, both of these backliners just keep getting these, like, crucial, picks, like, saving their members to, like, keep this push going here. And as we see here, Big Fat Sea Cows are already with 10 points remaining here. It is up to the Death Roll to get in, but unfortunately, though, they seem to be I don't know what happened there, but I think they might have been struggling as to get the push, probably because with the back line and the other members just like really just like getting like at really good spots to keep them to like stall out Death Roll from going in. Really great play there from the Big Fat Sea Cows.
It, Yeah, definitely. And once again, this has been the set of momentum swings. I mean, this we've had it where both teams have gotten knockouts. We've had swings within individual games with a bunch of lead changes. We've had 1 point games. We've been seeing every type of outcome in the set, which is part of what is so exciting. And I'm seeing you all in chat talking about how stressed just watching the set is making you. And let me tell you, I'm right there with you. My heart is pounding so fast just watching these teams going at it just so aggressively, and all the swings, and just with everything happening so fast. And now here we are in game 8 out of a possible 9. Once again, Death Roll does have the chance to win with this set, but the Sea Cows could very well even the odds. Once again, we're back to Clam Blitz. This time, we're going shopping for clams in Mako Mart coming up now.
Oh boy. Honestly, I am kind of excited about this one, and also a little bit this is gonna I feel like with when it comes to Clams Mako, especially with like both these baskets so close to each other in mid, resulting in these like constant back and forths. what we saw here, Cygnus, like there's just going to be a lot of constant back and forth, and I feel like we may be at the edge of our seats here.
Yeah, definitely. As we're going to make our claims in game 8, and if we go to game 9 to game 9, the possible winner takes all match could be on Tower Control Hagglefish Market. Two very well known and beloved maps in this game coming up to match two really well-known, very strong teams, but in the end, only one of these two teams will be advancing to the Division 1 finals. As you said, Sib, I'm right at the very edge of my seat, and I can't wait to see what happens here in Game 8.
Yeah, honestly, like again, I know like I already said this before, but I am so glad that I get to be here getting to commentate two amazing teams that have such incredible history together with you, Cygnus. But anyways, enough about the bittersweet moment. Let's go ahead and game number 8 started. What do we see here?
I'm seeing both teams remaining the same. Havoc is staying in for big fat sea cows in Lux's place. It worked for them in Game 7. They're hoping it'll work again here in Game 8. I do like this. Aslastra on Makomar is just so strong, as we're seeing Oculus coming in here. Both teams with members down, and Havoc will go down to Oculus as the hammer gets thrown. 3 members of CCAs did go down, but they are already back thanks to the strength of the ever-present Tacticooler that we all know and love.
Yeah, Tacticooler just always saving in, but wham, bam, Christmas ham. Fox coming in with the hammer, just able to let all the members from the Big Fat Sea Cows getting that wipeout, and now it looks like they are getting the push going. I have a feeling we may be seeing tons of clams just going in. Oh my god!
That's
what an incredible double!
And they are hoping for more, it looks like. Like as they're coming in, CCAs are getting some more clicks coming in before Havoc will go down to the torpedo, but they will get their score to settle at 68. It's still a very thin margin, and with the distance between the goals being a bit shorter on this map, we could very much see another lead change happening at any moment here. As we're seeing Hello rushing in, but Mini is able to stave them off. Will set up on the stack. Death Roll does have cooler, which is good for them, as Oculus does go down and is able to come right back into the action. We're seeing both teams at full strength with a couple specials online, as Alvis is grabbing the pity clam right now for Death Roll. I'm seeing strikes and hammers being thrown. That is a lot of projectiles coming to CCA's way, and indeed they go 3 down despite getting a key pick. It's Henlo here just trying to take absolute control of the middle before coming back. Seeing Fox coming in and saying, "Oh no, you don't. You're getting out of there." Henlo is getting a lot done here, just taking full control of mid with the Splatana Wiper.
Yeah, honestly, like both Fox and Henlo are just really being the stars here of this game here, just like really getting like a lot of crazy picks here from like as this match goes on, and we see that Death Roll was able to get a power clam in, but unfortunately that is the end of their push. And
yeah,
again here, folks,
short.
Yeah, we are seeing what we mentioned before here, the constant back and forth. Because remember here, these baskets are so close to each other that this could result in the back and forth between these two teams.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, both these teams have not been able to score that much more than just one power clam at a time here. And CCAs are the ones who have been able to get a little more, which is in their favor, as they do manage to break through the penalty. But they do go. They do go down in the process, but they're able to get their teammates back and regrouping into the action fast as the owners. Is on Death Roll to push the offense. We're at a minute 30 left here. 30 left here, and CCAs are showing more of the really strong defense they've been showing all set long. I'm really liking the delayed strikes they're trying to work on sending in here.
God, these hammers of Cygnus, like, I am just, like, I'm just, like, absolutely losing my mind with all these hammers just coming in left and right. This is just like a hammer fest, and as we see here, Death Roll is able to get the lead here, and we see that Alvis is just, like, really is, like, trying to stall out the big fat sea cows from pushing in here, and unfortunately, though, that is the end of the push here, and again, the back and forth, but it looks
they
like
need
here
they
that...
need to get Death Row away from that flank by the alley, definitely.
Yeah.
They
And,
are.
oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Like, what we're seeing here,
I'm holding my
folks,
breath.
just the constant back and forth here, like literally, as we said before, me and Cygnus, we are literally on the edge of our seats right now. This is literally like anyone's game here. Like, I don't know here, Cygnus. Like, what do you think?
Yeah. Yep. Because just the lead is so thin. Because just needs one really good breakthrough, and Death Roll is 2 down. It's a 4v2. V2. Toto coming in. They break the barrier. They have the power play. They take the lead, and they're still scoring more. Death Roll's forced to overtime, and that's game. We're going to game 9, baby.
Game number 9!
Winner take all. One team advances to the finals. The other will end up fighting for third. It all comes down to this next game here on Tower Control Hagglefish.
Okay, here, folks. You have no idea how intense this game 9 is going to be. Like, this is just going to be like I am just flabbergasted here, Cygnus. Like, I don't even know what to expect out of game number 9. But honestly, though, like, these teams, like, they've just been like at each other, like, and oh my god, like, oh my god, like, I am just absolutely losing my mind over this.
Yeah. I feel like I'm like getting a bit tongue-tied and speechless a bit just because of how fast everything is happening, how intense it is. I'm not even playing in the set, and my heart is pounding so much.
Yeah, literally, like, everything in my body is just like acting up. Like, I'm getting goosebumps. My brain is just getting a headache. My heart is like pumping like crazy. Like, I'm just like what's gonna happen? Like, what is happening? Like, I don't know. Like I don't know what to expect. But anyways, I think we just need to calm ourselves down.
Yeah.
Let's talk about game number 9 here, Cygnus. What is it?
It is Hagglefish Market on Tower Control, and this is the third Tower Control match of the set. Both of the first two on Undertow Spillway and Inkblot Art Academy were won by Death Roll just in two very different ways. In game 1, Death Roll had a commanding first push knockout, and on Inkblot, it was a last second comeback knockout. Knockout. This could go either way here. It's here, and once again, we're talking about Big Fat Sea Cows having lost the previous two games of this mode. Sounds like another come from behind storyline for them in the set, which twice they have eliminated. Twice we've seen them eliminate deficits. The question is, can we see them do it a third time, or will Death Roll continue their supremacy on Tower Control and win this game? Once again, whoever wins this game wins the entire set and advances to the finals. It is hard to get higher stakes than this.
This is anyone's game here, Cygnus. Like, I think, like, from what we saw, like, all the games that we have been witnessing, like, just everything that we saw, like, it is absolutely going to be a good one. I don't know, like, I think like out of all this out of all the other games that we commentated and what the players have done during those map modes, we may be seeing a good one. Like, y'all hear it. Y'all need to hear this. We may be seeing a good game happening in game number 9 here. So I'm very excited. And honestly, I have a feeling we may be seeing the same comps, of course, but I do love I've been really enjoying the double hammer fiesta going on. Like, it's just been so fun to watch. Like, I finally was able to use that cheesy little line there, wham bam Christmas ham. Like, I finally was able to use
That was such a good call.
Yeah.
I love that call.
Thank you. Like, oh man, like, I felt just just after doing that, I felt good. I feel good. My life is
Yeah.
accomplished. I feel like I feel like I am just on top of the world right now. But anyways, oh man, we are getting game number 9 set up for you folks. I think we are seeing I think we may be seeing a bit of a switch regarding like players, but we'll have to find out soon enough.
Here we go. It's time
Oh
for the
boy.
biggest game of CCA League Season 6 so far. Game 9, semifinals, Death Roll versus Big Fat Sea Cows on Tower Control at Hagglefish Market. Slosher, Wiper, Zinc Mini Splatling, Heavy Edit versus Junior, Mini, Slosher, and Snipe Rider. Here we go.
Oh boy. Yeah, here we go here, folks. All right, as of right now, it looks like things are a little bit neutral for both of these teams. And honestly, we do see the coolers coming out from both the teams, and I have a feeling that we may see what we saw before from Death Roll, just starting a push, maybe trying to get a pick in order to get the push going, and it looks like they are doing so. What? Oh, wow. Death Roll was able to get 2 valuable picks out of that, and that results in a good push for them. But again, as we saw earlier, we saw the cooler coming out from Mini, and the Big Fat Sea Cows are now able to regroup and now just able to start using their specials and trying to go in if they can.
Ooh. Yeah, once again, right away there, I saw a Death Roll team who was loving immediate aggression on tower control, and I think that is signified by the switch on Nico Chico to the heavy edit splatling with that super fast kill time fully charged up, sacrificing a bit of range in favor of more aggression. You still have great paint and great cooler output. I think that change could be really important here. But now we're seeing the big fat Tatsika taking the tower with the bubble, protecting them as they're trying to make their way slowly but surely to the checkpoint. But no, they're forced to leave the tower, and it's Henlo escorting it. Back in mid, the members of Death Roll are congregating around the tower, protecting it along with that big bubbler, and the hammer's coming up and just annihilating Toto there. As they are heading forward. They're below 55 points. They're over halfway there. They're coming up to checkpoint checkpoint two next to the perch. Really big push here for Death Roll. Can they manage to keep it up as Henlo is coming back and supporting with torpedoes from behind the bubble? They have the hammer at the ready. They get one. They prop the hammer. They come onto tower to take it. Moving up. They still have the hammer. They throw it forward, creating more chaos. Incredible playmaking there from Henlo on that wiper.
Yeah, Henlo was able to get not only a couple of picks but also a couple of assists from with the help of their teammates here. And Death Roll is still keeping the push alive, even though that they are surviving with their life here. And oh my god here, but unfortunately, as I say that, commentator's curse at its finest. They oh god, I'm like losing my mind here saying this. Big Fat Sea Cows are able to re-contain themselves and start taking over mid, and now is trying to get a potential push going.
Yeah, and once again, it's the Sea Cows finding themselves as the ones with their backs against the wall. What team likes facing these odds better than this? If there is one, I don't know who. If there is one, I'm not sure who you are yet. But anyway, they've passed checkpoint 1, and checkpoint 2 is rapidly approaching. This is the point of the map as we saw earlier. Points come by so fast here, and it's Havoc coming. They will avenge Toto to taking out Henlo, but Death Roll will manage to push them back and push the tower back, leaving the Sea Cows at 43 points and not quite at checkpoint 2 yet. The tower is being contested. We're seeing Mini here painting the whole area around the tower blue, trying to enable their teammates as best they can. They have cooler ready in mid, but they are going to have to wait out these triple link strikes from Death Roll before responding with a trust strike of their own. Henlo does get taken down mid-hammer by Havoc and Mini as they come in, and Mini is riding tower. Sea Cows have the trade coming up front as Toto goes ahead, painting up, putting aggression onto Henlo, who's trying to get to that perch. Havoc takes over the perch offensively as we're here in the final minute. The Sea Cats grab the Tacticooler at checkpoint point 2. They're trying to push it down. They pass it. Fox with the hammer throw, getting the pick. They're coming in. Time is running out, and it's a triple! 3 of them go down. They take the tower, but the torpedo is able to stall it. The points are running down. Will they be able to keep it up, or will Death Roll be able to push them away? Stalling with the Toxic Mist. The strikes are coming out again in the final seconds. This is it. This is the moment. This is the moment. The game will be decided on this push. Is do or die here. Alvis with the double. They take the tower. Fox is trying to get them away. They do keep it, but the strikes
God!
Game. Roll wins the set 5-4 in Game 9 to advance to the CCA League Season 6 Division 1 Finals. They have avenged their demons of the past to advance.
That was incredible here. Oh my god. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I was literally on the edge of my seat here, Cygnus. And I'm sure you are as well. But oh my god,
that whole last stretch.
That was insane. Like this intense bloodbath from both of these teams, just releasing all the resources, getting a lot of picks, able to just the constant fight there on Switch. I have a feeling that this is Splatoon's version of the Hunger Games. Like immediately with the bloodbath happening. Like, oh my god. Wow. I can't believe it.
I really thought the Sea Cows were going to do it there.
Yeah, literally same. They had a lot of value. They got so much value with those picks and everything. But with the specials coming from Death Roll, that literally saved themselves. And I think there were a couple of members too that were able to cause the chip damage. I think from what they had with their subs as well as with their weapons, they were able to get a lot of chip, resulting in the Big Fat Sea Cows just going down one by one. Oh my god, what an incredible set that we just witnessed.
I'm still just taking it all in and just
I know, same.
take a moment to breathe after all that.
Yeah, I need a moment here to breathe. I don't have water with me, but I have to get some right after we're done here. But
yeah, my water's empty, unfortunately for my throat.
Yeah. Honestly, I think after this, Cygnus, we gotta get hydrated after this, because oh my god, we need to cool down ourselves and everything. But again, congratulations to Death Roll for able to do semis and able to proceed on to grand finals. And as for the Big Fat Sea Cows, good job for giving all you had. Honestly, despite the loss, you guys really gave an incredible show, just showing the whole world what you're made out of. And honestly, both of these teams just did incredibly job, getting just everything that they showed us really shows how well these two teams just go so well together. Just show how incredible they are throughout their history and everything. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Yeah, just amazing here as we're looking through and seeing and taking the stats of these matches here. Just incredible. I mean, looking at some of these performances, I mean, Nico Chico on Umami Zones with a 14-1, both pencils having 7 coolers there.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, Museum claims we saw 12 Ultra Stamps coming from the Big Fat Sea Cows.
Okay, not gonna lie here, Cygnus. I thought I saw 14 stamps being used by Lux here, but I think I got a little. I think I had to leave my glass there for a moment. But oh my god, yeah. Just as you can see here, folks. Look at all of these. All of these statistics here coming from both of these teams. Honestly, again, this is just incredible stuff from both of them. They really showed us how well these guys have been playing together throughout not only here but also throughout their history together as teams. They really are. I
couldn't say it better myself.
They really were just showing their identity, really showing their identity.
Yeah, and really every single individual player on this team had some moment or another that was incredibly hype and incredibly impactful in this game. They all showed the best they have to offer. It was such a fun, amazing set of Splatoon, and I especially want to shout out the game match clinching set at the very end of that last game by Alvis on the slasher, who got the double to take the CCAs off the tower, and then was able to pop the triple ink strike as they were making it back to protect the tower and seal that game. A play like that is the stuff that you talk about when talking about a possible MVP award.
Yeah, and I also do want to give a big shout out to both the Wipers and the mini Splatlings from both these teams. Like honestly, I absolutely loved it. Like I think like when we first saw like the Wiper and the mini Splatling together, like we were not expecting that here, Cygnus. Like honestly, like that was just like so it really caught me off guard, but at the same time though, like it got me so hyped up because I love mini Splatling and it's just insane. But anyways, like I'm just so grateful that I am here. And I know that I said I know I mentioned about it being like a bittersweet. I didn't mean it like that. I meant wholesome because I think y'all can cut me some slack here because I got a little too flabbergasted by what we just witnessed. Like it needed to process what's been going on. Like my brain is just thinking like a lot of things and I'm trying to figure out what I was trying to say, but that's okay. Literally, I'm just so grateful to be here with you, Cygnus, and just getting to commentate both of these two Titan teams, like just showing us
Likewise.
wonders. Like I'm just so grateful to be here with you.
Yeah, this was a huge honor getting to commentate a match of this caliber and with a great commentary partner as well. This was so much fun, and I'd also like let's give a great shout out to our producer tonight, DRF, for his great work on the camera, showing our map graphic, showing the stats at the end there. There. Thank you, DRF. You remain the GOAT.
You're welcome.
Big shout out to the TZS legend himself, DRF. Like we really appreciate it for what you do and all that kind of stuff. But I think this may be a wrap on our end, Cygnus.
Yeah. This was once again, this was just so much fun, and from the CCA, this was Cygnus. You can find me on at Cygnus 1018 on Blue Sky or in Discord. Discord. You can also find me commentating matches here at the CCA and just hanging around. Otherwise, how about you, Sim? Where can the people find you?
Well, you can find me on.
I'm looking the wrong way again.
Oh, well, you can find me on. Oh, wait, am I looking the right? Wait, am I? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's mirrored.
Okay, yeah, we were looking in opposite ends at first, but that's okay. Well, you can actually look for me at Blue Sky and on Twitch. I pretty much just stream a lot, talk about a lot of competitive Splatoon stuff. You can also just get to know me as a competitive player as well. So if you wanna see some updates about my competitive journey, you know where to find me at Ciberino at Blue Sky and on Twitch.
Yeah, and again, also one last shout out for tonight. Thank you to everyone who is here watching with us. This was a great time, and I hope all of you enjoyed this match as much as we did here. And this has been the CCA. Thanking everyone for a great match and signing off.